and other parts of the country requested strong security demonstration, the police authorities have recalled all personnel on non-essential duties. A modification of temporary withdrawal of personnel for national assignment. In view of the planned nationwide protest, it becomes imperative to temporarily withdraw some of the personnel attached to you in order to muster sufficient officers to dominate the public space. This is part of the proactive necessary measures to enhance the operational capacity and capability of the squadron and is the protest necessary? Looking at some of the issues that have, played out in the country at this point, is the protest necessary? Should and so to people
don't read them. You send message
312-8618 is the number to call to be a part of the conversation this morning. 0808-312-8618. Call us up and let's know what you think about our conversation. Should Nigerians go ahead with the protest or not? To protest or not is the question this morning. 0808-312-8618. You can go ahead and join us live on YouTube at Voice of the People Abuja. Join us live on YouTube at Voice of the People Abuja. Leave us a comment or two or send a message to our WhatsApp 0808-312-8618. Let us know what you think about our conversation. Mr. Larry, we have a caller. Hello.
Good morning. How now?
I'm fine, thank you so much. Good morning.
How's the work?
Work is going well. What's your name?
My name is Okay.
Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead.
May God bless that your analysis. The guy that just addressed it. May God bless him. Nigerians are suffering. Can you see as I'm calling you, I'm in the fuel queue. I came out very early in the morning just for me to buy fuel before I went to work. And the president promised us that if they remove fuel subsidy, everything will go down. Nigeria will not suffer again. But today now, we are still paying a higher price in the fuel, still suffering for it. What kind of a country is this? Are we slaves in our own country? A mudu of beans, 3,200. Right, yesterday my wife went to market to buy rice, 2,700 for those small gongoli like that. You cannot feed a family or anybody that have 4 children. One mudu of rice cannot be able to serve you people that very day. And when you talk of protest, everybody they are complaining. Nigerians should not go on protest. Okay, what do you want Nigerians to do? Only put them to tell you that you should vote for them. You understand? Vote for them. They will buy you all sorts of things. They will do rules. They should listen to Nigerians and revise the fuel subsidy. Because you will not remove fuel subsidy and people will still be in the queue. How will the economy grow? Some people are going to their office, but come and see a long queue everywhere, all the office institutions, long queue. And you expect the economy to grow. Please, we are begging the president. He should please reduce the fuel price and the cost of food. You know, a hungry man is an hungry lion. What we need is food. Please, they should reduce. No, if they know what to do, please let them go to the market. Hungry, no. You know, giving the state palliative, giving governors palliative to share.
My name is Nat. I'm a first-time call. My question to Mr. Ojo is, how long did it take him?
One of the most popular stations in Enugu State publicly. He was coordinating security for the protesters. Tens of thousands waiting the police, protecting the people who were marching. That is the job of the police. Not too long ago, they even gave biscuits and water to people who were marching in Lagos to register our displeasure over bad governance. I don't know why they should be worried about violence unless they are planning to unleash violence on us, on the people. But the truth is that we don't have to worry protesting peacefully for a democratic nation. So we shouldn't continue crying and pretending that once people gather, there will be violence. Let me remind us that the Orange Revolution happened in Ukraine 2004-2005, from late November 2004, where people have hospital Orange Revolution. So this lie that suggests that they are planning to infiltrate and create violence. Because what we have seen as a pattern is that if people are protesting peacefully, they will go and hire people to those in government who are looking for who to sponsor to attack peaceful protesters. I don't believe personally that any foreign mercenary, which foreign mercenary from where? Hello? I think these things are legitimate instruments in a democratic nation. It's a democratic, among themselves. They will not drive the SUVs to the National Assembly. They will hide those cars. So we need to demonstrate that we are not happy. And if they are saying we shouldn't do that because foreign mercenaries are planning to, then they should go and find the foreign mercenaries and stop them. It's their duty to stop them. And then not to submit names and submit this and submit that. You see, listen to this carefully. They were able to find out on their own that foreign mercenaries are planning to hijack. They have all that information about foreign mercenaries that are not even in Nigeria apparently, but they can't find people who are doing the planning. They want them to come and submit their name. But you have the mercenary, you have the capacity to find foreign mercenaries who are coming to hijack. I mean, the whole thing is laughable. We're making ourselves a laughing stock of the global community. It's hard because Nigeria was the giant of Africa, as in the real giant. We were giving scholarships to other nationals. They are coming to Nigeria to study. They were doing medical tourism to Nigeria. We were once the real giant of Africa. It was a thing of pride for other Africans to come to Nigeria for any reason. They were like, wow. And then today, Nigerians are immigrating to Ghana. Nigerians are immigrating to where best is in Kenya or Ghana or Rwanda. Isn't it shameful? I mean, these politicians, they no get shame. Doesn't it bother them that suddenly Nigerians are immigrating to countries that we used to give aid? No, now people should assert themselves. We have a right to assert ourselves. And, in the circumstance, they should just think of practical things to do to assuage our hunger, to assuage our frustration, to ensure that the nation works. Every time when they want to hire police officers or civil defense corps members, they announce it in the newspapers. How many times I'm asking you, how many times have you seen job positions of CBN or NNPC announced in the newspaper? So you begin to ask yourself, are we in the same country really? I mean, people have a right to protest. The political elites, they have ruined this country. And like Nancy said, if we don't do anything quickly, we'll lose our nation. There won't even be any Nigeria if we are not careful, because this country can implode. The sooner we protest, the better, because if we leave it for too long, the country may just implode one day, just pack up. And we don't want that to happen.
All right, Mr. Larry, I think this is as much as we can take on this conversation this morning. Thank you so much for your time. But finally, I think at the crux of it all is that Nigerians should note that there must be peace, whether we like it or not. Nigerians who are going out there with the minds of causing mayhem in one way or the other, they should desist from that. Well-meaning Nigerians who are coming out to protest should be protected by the government, by the security outfits as well. I think that's the long and short of every conversation at this point. Nigerians should be protected, and every form of violence, every violent threat that the police has found in any way should be mitigated so that Nigerians can protest in peace, because they have agreed to come out to protest whether the government likes it or not. So hopefully things will go smoothly for those protesting and for the government as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. And like I've always said, I hope that we are all listening to the voice of the people. I mean, if those guys in power, if the political elites, if the Tinubu and all of those guys listen to the voice of the people, we wouldn't have been here today. They wouldn't have been running frantically around to tell us not to protest. But unfortunately, they were not listening to the voice of the people before now. I hope that moving forward, they'll listen to the voice of the people so that we won't have to do this again. But most importantly, the protests must go on, and the government must protect the people who are protesting peacefully. They have a duty to do that. Do have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead of you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, we have Nonso in the studio. We're moving on to sports bit for a minute before we call it a wrap right here on VOP 96.1 FM. Yesterday, the Super Falcons did us dirty, absolute dirty. We were hoping for something, a ray of light in the midst of all this drama that we're going through at this point in time, and they did us dirty. What's your take on this? Considering the fact that their kit it looks really, really good. I was watching the unboxing by one Olajide or so,
Yeah.
and the kit was looking, proper. But I don't know where we fell short in that match yesterday.
It is what it is. Like you did say, Nigeria is for for Nigerians, but unfortunately, it's not looking that way. Not in economy, not in the polity, and definitely not in sports at the moment, especially at the Olympics. It's been a bad start to the Olympics, and like you did say, the ladies again fell short yesterday. They lost by a goal to nil to the Spanish team. Alexia Putellas, one of the former best player in the world, got one over Chiamaka Nadozi, and of course, Nigeria's hope of reaching the knockout stages of the Olympics now hangs on a thread. So it is what it is, like you said. So sad that 2 losses in a row. They now must beat Japan and beat them silly to get any chance to qualify. Now, this is our record at the Olympics. 11 games played, 10 losses, just 1 win. And it seems the deja vu happening all over again for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Anyway, that's enough I can take from there. Let's move quickly to other things happening at the Olympics. We hear that also, like I said, it's a bad time for Nigeria at the Olympics. That I can confirm to you. First of all, we start off from the fact that the Tigers were playing today, early hours of this morning, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Nigerian time. They're playing Australia in their first game of the Olympics. Hopefully, they'll get a victory that will help them, move out to that group stage and get out to the knockout stage. Hopefully, win medals for Nigeria. Maybe that could be our hope in the Olympics. But sad news we hear, a certain lady has been suspended. The name, of course, is Cynthia Semilori. We heard that she was being suspended after she was being found to have taken a banned substance. And the substance is something that hides, that helps to hide other substances that are banned. So she's been suspended. She would not take part at the Olympics. Unfortunately, that's what it means for us here. So sad that I can tell you. The ban, like I said, is so far indefinite until full investigation is done. That's about Cynthia Ogusemilori in taking the 60 kilogram, but unfortunately, it didn't happen for Nigeria. Still talking boxing. Sad one, Nigeria were beaten again in boxing. A certain young man was beaten. I'm talking about no other than Olaito Olori. He was beaten by his counterpart from Kazakhstan, 5 Love. You know what it means? 26 points overall, and he has been dumped out of the Olympics yet again. Another sad one for Nigeria. Okay, yes, 2 more sad story. We go to tennis. There was a certain man who we all believe will be the man to give us laurels. A certain Haruna Quadri. Unfortunately, he has been sent packing as well in the round of 32. He lost. Yes, he lost his round, losing from 3 sets up. Yes, guys, he heard me right. To lose 4-3 to Edward Anescu of Romania, 11-6, 11-9, 11-6, 8-11, 10-12, 9-11, 11-13 to lose. Also, Motayotu was sent packing 4-1 by Noshad Amian of Iran, 11-6, 5-11, 4-11, 10-12, 8-11. And to wrap up our woes, a certain Ophium Edem as well has been dumped out by Bruna Takahashi, 4-set to love in the round of 62. Poorly, Nigeria's run at the Olympic is be getting worse, and worse.
Could it be the state of the economy at home? Could it be that maybe because of how Nigeria is at the moment, their minds are not in the game? Could it be?
I think a lot of factors. First of all, heading to the Olympics, I know I was one who was never optimistic. To be sincere with you, I was never optimistic.
Please carry your bad energy away.
To be sincere,
carry it away from me, please.
Our preparation, first of all, was not the best. Even though it was better than what we used to have when they had to camp in Germany before they fly over. But to be sincere, with our rankings of our athletes before the Olympics tells the whole story. It was almost like they say, passing through the eye of a needle, to get. But it's still doable. There's some sports that I still think we can win laurels from. Maybe not surpass Atlanta 1996. Wrestling is one I think we can get 2 or 3 medals. Boro Dudu, Ade Koroye. Those are people I look up to. They can't get us medals. Not forgetting in the hurdles as well. Toby Loba must win that. Let us begin. In the hurdles, we have Ese Brume. We have Favor Phil in the high jump. So there's still a hope for Nigeria at the Olympics. But like I said, maybe let's not get ahead of ourselves. We were saying we want to oversee what we did in 1996. That is winning 2 gold. Was it 4 silver, 2 bronze? Maybe we're asking too much, but I think there's a medal or 2 for us in the offing at Paris 2024.
It is well.
Okay, guys, let's leave Paris for a moment. A lot of people are backing them to go through. Around the wardrobe is speaking. The coach of the president of the NFF, Ibrahim Musa Gusau, is saying that they can still qualify. Don't forget, Japan beat Brazil 2-1, and so Nigeria has to be very convincing against Japan in the final group stage. Now we move to beach soccer. Again, it looks like everything in sport is crumbling. From the Olympic Games crumbled, the Falcons are crumbling, and of course, Super Sunday Eagles were beaten 6-5 at the Murtala Mohammed Square here in Kaduna, Nigeria, and they were dumped out of the African Cup of Nations for beach soccer. 10-10 it ended on that game, but Nigeria were dumped out on the away goal road for the Super Sand Eagles. We heard Alain Boso will be the coach of the Nigerian Premier Football League Under-17 team that we have taken a tour to France. He has been appointed by, of course, the chairman of the MPFL, talking about Benga Elegbeleye. He'll be the man to oversee the guys in that one. We hear, of course, sad news this weekend. Like I said, what's happening to us? 2 great guys who have served Nigerian sport. Talking about, of course, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, and of course, not forgetting Ifeanyi Uba, both hit the dock this weekend. Sadly, for Ifeanyi Uba, it was the age of 52, and of course, for Iwanyanwu at the age of 94. We hear both of them. The NFF and the MPFL are both sent in their condolences to the family. And come on, these are 2 big names in Nigerian football, and we just hope that the Lord give the fortitude to Nigerians, the family, and the sport families, family in general, to bear the loss. We hear preparation has begun for the MPFL as referees will begin their campaign as early as August for the kickstart of the new season that will start on the 31st of August 2024. And we hear one man talking about Folorunsho, I beg your pardon, who's supposed to play for Nigeria, but unfortunately scratched that. He's plays for the Italian national team. Here we have signed the contract extension with Napoli. He has signed a new 5-year improved deal at the Paint 9P. So that's how it is for Folorunsho. We have FIFA also have introduced an under-15 international, we call it under-15 football festival, where all the teams, the countries around the world who are part of the federation will participate. This is to aim at improve football, not only in Africa, in Europe, and in the top scene, but also in Africa and other parts of the world. Now, quickly, we run because of time. Andy Murray was having a great time at the Olympics. We hear his run continues his final tournament in tennis. Him and his teammate Dan Evers beat the pair of Taro Daniels and Kei Nishikori 6-7, 2-6-7, 6-11-9 to progress to the next round of the qualifier. For Nadal, he's true as well. He got past Frasvrovic 6-1, 4-6, 6-4, and his next fight in the Olympics in the round of 32 will be no other than Novak Djokovic. That we hear. Come on, because of time, I will skip. Lewis Hamilton has been given the Belgian Grand Prix after one man has been disqualified. Talking about his teammate George Russell. He weighed 1.5 kg less than normal weight after fuel has been removed. So it means that Lewis Hamilton will finish first. Right now, he's given first. Oscar Piastri moved to second, and Charles Leclerc will be third. Verstappen will be fourth on the Belgian Grand Prix. And quickly, we know one man has joined Como as a free agent. His name is Varane. He joins Man United after his contract expires. He moves to Como, where Fabregas is the head coach of the team. We hear Liverpool have rejected £11.8 million from Marseille for Wando Endo, the Japanese international. And of course, Southampton are close to signing Breton Diaz for £7 million. We hear. And an update, of course, from the friendly games played around across the weekend. It was a whitewash for Chelsea. They were spanked, they were annihilated, they were decimated, they were destroyed, put to the sword by a Celtic team by 4-1. It wasn't to be for Chelsea, but Arsenal beat Man United 2-1. Gabriel Jesus and, of course, Gabriel Martinelli, both Gabriel scoring that 2-1 after Haaland had given Man United the lead. And, of course, if you're a fan of Liverpool, they won by a goal to nil against Preston. Dominic Soboslai with a goal for them. Man City also lost to AC Milan by 3-2. Aston Villa defeated Columbus Crew by 4-1. And, of course, come on, it was to be as one man started his rulership of the West Ham team. That is Joan Lotopegi with a defeat to his former team Wolves by 3-1. Because of time, guys, this is where the cookie crumble. But don't worry, guys. Come on.